Alright. Well, I guess it's time. We can finally do what we've been meaning to do for the longest time. We can go talk to the smoking man on the bridge. Ugh. Ooh, my body's feeling really fucking sore. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning right now. This is just what I do. This is just... Oh shit, this is a lot of money. Holy shit, hold on. Buck, 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 buck. Hey, the book says you must attain a Franco-Nigerian hard body at the nearest gym. Book, book. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on it. The book is titled "The Man from Hijaldal." Hijaldal, whatever. Fuck it. I can't read. See the roundabout north. Okay. Cool. Let's read that. Man, we made some good fucking we made like $1 probably. Holy shit, we're fucking rich, dude. What the fuck? Alright. I want a Franco Ni was it Nigerian? Franco whatever. I want that hard body. Let's go balcony. Balcony boy. I wonder if fucking oh, hello? Are you gonna be weirded out that I have a crowbar and a fucking flashlight on me, bro?
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
I got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Um, let's be friendly with him. That's what I'm aiming for,
Beautiful.
yes. He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender
I have some
cheekbones.
good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods towards door 28. So it feels like Friday tonight. Feels like a Friday. By the way, I'm really digging the view here, points to the city skyline.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Is it Friday tonight? It feels like a Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
So why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Okay, yeah, very well. I'll talk to him. But first, I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He
Oh,
takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
oh,
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
run
To the
where?
city.
He
It's a
just
beautiful night.
he gestures idly towards distant motorways.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
Oh, okay.
Take care, alright?
Interview the Sunday friend.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
I do like conceptualization as like a um, dialogue option. All right, well, I'm pretty high up on. Oh my god, I'm so close to another level up. Let's go in. Oh my god, there's so much shit. Quarterly business magazine. An old photo of the same apartment dated year '01. Whoa. A kimono. Party dragon silk robe. +1 drama and electrochemistry. That's kind of rad. Alright, well, first, before I talk to you, someone's always watching. Buckets of paint lay on layers of old newspaper. Exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Sumerian conical hat. What is up with all of the Asian kind of, like, very, very, like... What is this? There's just a bunch of white guys. Sumerian conical hat, whatever. +1 logic and -1 suggestion. I mean, logic's really good for me. Oh. Hello? Just soak in a pot. Do I want to be more logical? Not really. I want to increase my drama. Let's see, what shirt am I wearing? No, let's be more logical, actually. I do like like I said, I do like conceptualization, but I don't like that it removes some suggestion. I'm talking with this guy for the first time. What's the jacket do? It does do conceptualization. But is that what I want? Man, I want different shoes. Alright, I think I'm good here. Hello?
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Abandoned business casual removes his
You
cufflinks.
shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior.
Really?
Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
Oh, that's weird. So my authority sees him as being superior to me, but it has nothing to do with cops.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
So maybe he's not a cop, but if I'm seeing him as a superior in some way, then maybe he is a high-ranking person of some organization.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the
Ah.
coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Clé. I
Okay.
heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
What do you know about the
No,
hanging?
first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
That's a good point.
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Before we get to, because I don't want to talk about the wonderful canopy. I mean, like, does that look really wonderful to you? Look at these fucking rips everywhere. It's unmade. I'm not saying that. Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business.
Huh.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air swoops in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all.
Damn. So, what's an official like you doing in
The
Martinez?
coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
To keep prices stable. I don't care about most of these, I don't think. I think I really want to know, okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Okay, what is this international
La
community?
communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What do I call the
Your
coalition?
employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
Okay. Fair. So that's why he seems like my superior. So you're some kind of
Yes,
bureaucrat?
as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
I've heard of this moral intern before, but I want to know
It's
more.
the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies.
Mind
As is the
babies.
coalition.
Are you a moralist?
But of course,
But why?
because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Well, a normal, stable world is like, ask, I wouldn't ask what a stable world, I mean, I guess you have to kind of quit the whole thing. But stable means, like, it's not gonna fucking change. Like, even if it's like fucking wild and like kind of crazy, it's, you know, stability. It's not changing. It's kind of not going through like revolutions and bullshit. You know what I mean? Whoever's in control is like it's steady. It's predictable. But normal is, I would want to know what they see as normal. But I think I have a good idea. So I want to say Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
I don't agree with these two things right here. Um, um, it's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that
Is
moralism?
this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yes, everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of
Sounds
lunatics.
like you're a moralist indeed, my friend. Welcome. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level headed, an ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
What's the price
It
stability?
is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me
It's the
anything.
central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high
Stability.
levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential
Fair.
for maintaining the social stability.
How does this benefit us
Take
exactly?
your daily bread, for example. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce.
Will that ever happen? Has that ever really happened with deflation? It becomes so ch like a regular commodity becomes so cheap it's too cheap for for the worker to produce. I've heard of, shit like inflation and like yeah, it becoming too expensive, but deflation. I know deflation as a concept, but like literally just as a concept, I've never seen it in actuality.
That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what? I mean like normal.
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at
The
all.
coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
It might be good just to take a pamphlet just so I have something to read later. Okay, sure, give me a
A
leaflet.
sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too
Ugh.
bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
All right, can we talk about Sir Leclerc?
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern,
Sur la Clé.
urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sir Leclerc's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé.
Oh.
Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Okay, enough business. Let's talk about something
Whatever you
else.
wish, officer.
You actually witnessed the lynching.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
Meaning it was terrifying?
No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one.
Oh, wow. They're all in on it, really. I mean, we know that's the case, but still.
That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Who are they? Can you
I
describe
couldn't
them?
see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
Yeah, that sounds like Hardy Boys.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with
Yep.
their profanities.
Well, were there, or how many of them were there? Could you say like 8?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Yeah.
Sound familiar? That matches the prints you observed at the scene.
Perfect. Were any of them huge? Like 200 kilograms
That's
huge?
a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
So then one of them was definitely carrying the body on him.
I went back inside.
Because we had that footprint that, like, obviously it was so ingrained that we were able to determine that it was like 200 kilograms, but it was probably just like the fat dude carrying the body. Wait, so you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Holy shit, that's fucked up. Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
Yeah, so there still might be the 8th Hardy Boy, the girl.
That doesn't quite comport with what you know. Don't forget the lady driver.
Right. Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
Okay. Well, what happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Interesting. You know, interesting. Um, because we still have an idea that the body, the victim might have been dead before they got to the yard. That's my theory, anyways. Because there's just certain things that just don't add up that we're seeing, like, get really called out. And although it looks like a hanging, he could have been hung before. We just know that, like, the day he died, not the time he died. This is starting to add to that. It was pretty quiet. Was the victim not screaming and yelling? Seems a little odd. Yeah, he's saying that there's like profanities being dropped, but it sounds like it's from the Hardy Boys and not from the victim. So why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Can you at least tell me when it happened?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't check your watch?
My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
12:30. Okay. So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did
No,
you?
I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Ugh. Okay, those are all my questions. Thank you for your
Of
time.
course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Nice. Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him.
Good job.
But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's
Kedra
Kedra?
is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
Huh. What's this I'm guessing it's like the UN. What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
Well, we're not part of the
God,
EPIS.
yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
Hell yeah.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
What's on the next level?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol going to be part of the EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation.
It's just that Kendra was in like a weird situation. But most of the time, candidate members do become members eventually.
But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
Yeah, how did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that
Au
way.
contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he
Sorry.
is.
Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Okay. Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the
He's
arts.
deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which
He's a
arts?
truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
Interesting. What are you doing in in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen,
What? I'm not hearing anything.
the Insulindian Bay.
What about
This
it?
place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen.
That sucks.
But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes.
I
I'm
had
sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
I had something else in
I'm
mind.
all ears, officer.
Actually, that's all I
A
need.
moment.
Thanks.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Whoa, what? Hold on. Why can't we talk
It's
later?
against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's
Oh,
not
shit.
the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Fair point. Fair point. Thanks for the heads up, but my work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Alright. Well, I think that's everything we can do today. Yeah, let's... Can we do anything here? Nope, of course not. Yeah, I think at this point we just go to bed, don't we? It really just might be the best bet to go to bed. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Hello? What's in here? Ooh. Commodore Red. Let's take that. Thank ya. Wait, shoes. What is all this stuff? Why am I just getting this now? Oh. Oh shit, more money? That goes upstairs. Yeah, let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. I want to talk to the girl again. I don't think she'll really tell me anything that I don't already know, but maybe talking to her at night's a good idea.
Hello again, officers.
Ugh.
Have you come to admire my mural?
Actually, your mural's kind of cool. I'll give it to you. Alright, let's yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh, there's still fucking checks here. Oh, read this one. Read this one. This is worth more than you'll ever learn in all your life.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Of
Let's talk about
course.
the That's all
I
for
am
now,
sorry.
actually. Yeah, it's okay. Man, I've got a lot of fucking booze, which is actually good. I don't want to have to buy it myself. It's way better to get it for free. Cape Side Apartments. Alright, thank you, autosave. You know what? I want to talk to the Pale Driver. She's probably still here, right? Do you think she'll be more active at night? Yeah, she is still here.
The woman is
Huh? What is it? What?
Oh. She's still like, she's still, completely fucking out of it. Oh, everyone's gone. Even mañana. Alright. What's up? Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. Oh no. Say it ain't so. Alright, well. I guess it's bedtime for me. Dishes are drying. Is there anyone I really talk to? No. No, I don't think so. Maybe I do talk to her.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
So your husband's some kind of scientist?
Yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist.
What is a cryptozoologist?
It's really just a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching
Interesting.
for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
What the fuck is this dude looking for? A chupacabra?
she's
The
completely
Jersey Devil?
internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you study. Could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
What's the biggest
That would
cryptid?
be the giant of Kokonur. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Sahara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
Wait, what do you mean by strange light?
A mirage or a psychogenous luminance.
Just how big
No
is
one
it?
knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of
How's
vision.
no one seen this? Is it dangerous?
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a Fata Morgana.
Fata
Others,
Morgana.
Fate unimaginable. That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support.
But yet we can't find him.
There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Great. This is great shit. You need more. Gravity anomaly? Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here.
Okay, what is the tiniest cryptid?
Cryobacter catlensis.
Cryobacter kitlensis?
Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou some 70 years ago.
What's so special about it?
Bacterial colony Mijanou found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Certainly from before recorded history.
Whoa.
Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study.
Oh, shit.
No doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life.
Wait, she injected herself with it?
Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
Immortal bacteria, immortal geologist? That's too
Well,
wild.
yes. Impossible? No. Although, everything has a price, sweetie. After Mijanou treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also
Whoa.
became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream.
That's crazy. What's the most dangerous
The
cryptid?
gnome of Jeroma.
The gnome of Jeroma? That doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, it is. None of his victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved
Whoa.
organic tissue.
What does this cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and an ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Are there any
Alas,
photos?
No. And the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
She says mostly to herself.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
Seems very convenient that it just disappeared and nothing like it was seen again.
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearance is most memorable, and they are least likely to be found again.
Are there any invisible
What an
cryptids?
interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
What's
The
that?
Coldamama Dakwa, or
Whoa.
thin whisper of sound. And that's precisely what it seems to be. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. It's very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
What does it sound like?
Like nothing, it's such a high-pitched sound that us humans can't hear it, nor can other animals. It could be ringing right outside your window and you wouldn't even know it. Could be anywhere. Everywhere, even.
But how can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
What evidence is there of this animal being a sound?
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds.
Just nod eagerly.
The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic
Huh.
frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls.
She transforms, when speaking about these strange animals, into a confident woman.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Coldamamadaqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent.
Wow.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them.
Name them.
Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mamadaqua they followed individually.
That's such a cool name, Mamadaqua. Why is the Mamadaqua so afraid of us?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction.
Extinction?
They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mamadaqwas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
Oh, they fucking murdered it with sound.
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing.
They cancel each other out.
Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population.
Great regret washes over her. A wending cloth.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Coldamamadaqua population anywhere.
Could it be here, right now?
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
Interesting. What about
what?
this has been educational, but sadly we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now, ma'am. Alright, well that was fun. Just had a quick chat of cryptids. Yeah, I guess it's time just to sleep. Hey, what's that? Empty cassette case. Take it. There used to be a tape in this case, but was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the near single smallest church in St. Sains must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. So if we get the tape player now, we can actually start recording stuff. Which might be nice, to be honest with you.
The fan is spinning.
Let's just leave. Should I look at myself in the mirror?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
No,
wall.
everything's locked.
In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good for now. Man, I hate that expression. Let's just go to
The
bed.
bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. but it's yours. You've earned it.
Well, let's go to bed.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it.
Oh man.
Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
Damn.
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, Cells. It's all me. It's my
Now,
fault.
You're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'm an artist and liver damage is my art. These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire
I do
all your
look at myself in the mirror a lot.
accomplishments?
It's funny that they call me out for
You're
that.
just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby. Let's go. Open my eyes. Day 3. Man, must have been a hard night. Can I look at the window again?
The window stands broken in its frame.
Look out.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy. The
Look out
morning
again.
light hurts your...
Okay, fine. Don't let me look out. Can I take a look at the mirror thing
A
again?
mirror hangs
Yeah,
on the
no, I
bathroom
can't.
wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
It's... Okay. Well, I think for now, we break here. And then next time, we continue onward. Yeah, we'll be back. So we can talk to the, I forget her name, Class J, something like that. The rape victim. We can actually do a lot of stuff today. This is gonna be one of our more busy days. We're gonna really have no time to just kind of like chit chat amongst the riffraff, but you know, we'll make time for everything. Until then, I'll talk to you later.